My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Curse of the Dead Gods. We're going to be going into another long exploration until we really get the hang of this kind of a build. Ooh, do I go for the super early stats as well? Yeah. I think I do. Extra gold multiplier super early on. We're going to be going with the same kind of blessing set that we went with last time. Same kind of idea of trying to float 10k gold at all times so that I have the largest impact that I can get out of those kinds of relics. I might want to consider going for relic rooms in the second floor. Just so that I can try and nail down having one of the ones that effectively becomes plus 60% damage at that point, right? Alright. There is another Death Wife further up. I just needed to make sure that there was at least one still left on the map. On. And then take that down easily at range. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to tag this enemy 2 times. Please. That's not gonna connect. Okay, I'm gonna lose 4. Yeah, I have to lose the green kills there, unfortunately, if I want to be able to... Ooh, but we got a 2-handed weapon. If I want to be able to go into this extra area over here. I really hope this ends up being worth it. For 30 extra gold, losing 4 on my counter, probably not worth it, honestly. Hang on. No! And then I immediately lost 3 just because I was a little slow on the attack. Well. It's okay. We'll pay blood for this. Extra max health and gold find. I mean, I would have wanted damage and gold find, but as long as we get gold find, I'm comfy with it. That's good enough for me already. Having the Titan Slayer is really good as well, because it means that now I have the ability to break down those entrances myself, because it is a heavy class of weapon. So I guess ultimately I didn't need that Death Wife. The first one, I didn't need to let it live, because it did end up dropping exactly what I would have needed to open the door. Alright, come on, great relic. Plus 30% damage against weakened enemies. I mean, yeah, it really depends on what... Ow. I was about to say, really depends on what turns up soon. A spear that weakens enemies is pretty much exactly the right thing to have turn up soon. Okay. 3 as well there. Hup. 2, 3. I really like the spear because it is a good at range 2-hander. In order to use a spear perfectly, you kind of have to stay at exactly the right range and just be hitting with the tip, and that also incentivizes kind of just good positional play. So it's kind of like it's a bonus that incentivizes playing in a way that gives you more bonuses. First curse pickup is Blurred Vision. Okay, not that bad. Parts of the map transform into unknown rooms. I still remember that my path is cut up and then to the left. I mean, yeah, it's never really going to change my path on this floor at the absolute least. We might need to know a little bit more about next floor, though. Okay, so we're not technically counted as being in combat right now, which is great. Because I know that there are enemies that I could just walk to right now. But I do want to just casually clear these rooms in my own time. 1, 2, 3. 3. I'm gonna try and get this one to open the door for me. Oh, perfect! Let the enemy make that swing and then just turned around in time to tag them so that I could keep up the greed kill. Oh, that works so well. And now we have a decent claw. Certainly good enough to use for a little bit of time at the absolute least. Especially when I have a plus 15 and a plus 30 to fire attacks, and it is a fire attacking claw. Ooh. Thank you for the free gold. Well, speaking of, let's take the extra free gold up there in the corner. As long as you're quick enough about that room, you can actually get out before the bomb goes off. Love it. Okay. Gotta remember that my main hand weapon is now very, extremely viable. Ah, dang it. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Unfortunately, I already lost my greed kills there. I just spent too long trying to position play. Oh. Ah, well. We've still got like a really, really solid chunk of money here, so I'm not going to be too sad about losing it occasionally. Okay. Let's work it back up relatively quickly, though, still. Feel naked without it, frankly. Alright. And easy. Last room. Alright. Let's get 6% of max health. Gold offerings remove 10 corruption. I mean, gold offerings remove 10 corruption is not bad. But. Plus 200% to the greed time limit. Yeah, actually, that plus 2 constitution, we need one of those to be able to keep this kind of build alive. Also, it only cost me 700 gold to get there, so I feel it was pretty easy. Because I have to think, like, because I'm almost... Oh, God, why are all the question mark rooms? The havens. I don't want them. But I have to think if 700 gold is 100, or rather 1,400 gold, because I am just about to kill the champion. So it would have gotten doubled had I not used it, but... I think it represents a gain of significantly more than 1,400 gold over the course of this run. Okay. Extra damage against weakened enemies as well. If only my spear also had a chance to weaken, as a chance to... Oh, dang it. Now I really regret the purchase in the previous room. If only my spear had a chance to burn enemies. Well, unfortunate. Let's at least try and get the champion down with the 16 times modifier here. That would be really good. Also, we're just using a claw, so this should be a very, very easy fight. A claw with a lot of additions to its damage. Specifically, its fire damage. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3. Ruin him, roll out. It's okay. As long as we can get the removal on the Jaguar, we're all good. Not exactly as quick as I wanted to get the removal on that one, but starting to feel pretty safe. And yeah, at this point, it should be a fairly kind of standard bullying around the room. Already up to 12k. We've got 100% of damage taken is gained in gold. I'm going to drop the 200% for that. Oh, plus 2% per base, plus 2% base damage rather per level of relics that you carry, as well as chance to inflict. Yeah, sure. I mean, is it that much better? Because the Fire Claw, the fire attacks say they're only 13, but I'm getting plus 45%. So like this is, you know, 6 extra on this is 21 total, and it's got a far faster attack speed than Seeker's Mace. I actually think this might still be my my best opportunity, specifically based on the relics that I'm already holding. This seems to be possibly just a better thing for me to be using. I do worry about not going anywhere on that right path and getting a weapon early, but over on the left path, I have the opportunity to get stats and then relic. And I need a relic that says plus 6% damage per 1,000 gold that you are holding. Stacks up to 10 times. I just need that. So I'm gonna give myself the best opportunity to get it. Which does mean I'm gonna be kind of just making do a little bit here with whatever weapons I happen to manage to find. It's okay. It happens. Just gonna let that go out if I want to get the crystal skull. There we go. Oh, really? Wait. No! I couldn't. That was awful. I left myself out of stamina by the time that I'd rolled down to here, so I couldn't get out. But also, I realized, wait a second, I'm not going to be able to just walk up and light those. Oh, I could have just used my weapon! That was just an absolute cavalcade of mistakes right there. Truly, truly tragic stuff. But it's okay, we'll just work the greed timer back up and everything will be fine. It'll be like it never happened. Let's take that over the plus 15 weakness. 6 dex is pretty good. 6 dex is effectively just, 12% base damage to all of my weapons. Let's get another 5 dex and also 5 constitution while we're at it with the Tamok and the... missed the other name there for a second. Is it Yarts? Might be Yarts and Sashal is the other one. I remember that one at least. Okay. I'm gonna go around this side. Get this one to blow up that Jaguar statue. So that then I can get this one to fire over the top of the corpse of the previous Jaguar statue and we can get gold, baby. Because what I've really been feeling in this run is that we're lacking gold. It's the big problem with this run. Now you might think, Raps, isn't the big problem with this run the fact that you don't deal any damage whatsoever and the enemies need to be dealt damage to die? No, it's the gold thing, actually. Ooh, yeah. God, I love getting all the value out of the room. Especially with the extra champions that were in there. Was that even really worth it? That was a lot of risk to get into that room, and it seems like not much of a payoff, to be honest. The design of that previous room also kind of confuses me. Like, I don't really understand under what circumstances you get hit, even in that room. Alright. Let's quickly roll out here and here and here. Perfect. Do have to, yeah, just quickly turn on the light there for a second. Just in case there was some trap in the middle of this room that I'd forgotten about. It's actually pretty likely that kind of thing to happen. Alright. Plus 1% base damage per point of constitution, as well as perfect shots deal damage behind the target in a cone of impact. Effectively becomes kind of like a shotgun at that point. Plus damage to poison attacks. I'm gonna replace the plus 30 to weakened enemies, because getting enemies to weakened is not something we're heavily focused on at the moment. A lot of the time that is provided by parrying enemies, but I'm doing a lot of perfect rolling at the moment instead of parrying, specifically just because I do not want to get close to the enemies and risk losing the greed counter. At a certain point, I start playing very defensively. Whoop. Passive illumination as well as... No, still that doesn't actually beat out our currently weapon. I actually do really want something to beat out our current Jaguar Claws. Just because if something finally does, then I can start dropping the... plus damage to fire attack relics. Which I'm already going to drop one of them because I think I'm going to be transitioning out. And transitioning out to a sword... pretty good. I like the sword attack animations. I like their combo patterns as well. Find them pretty comfy, to be honest. I actually just didn't think that was going to hit me there. I just, like, the attack came faster than I thought it was going to. Hence not really having assessed it as the threat. Alright, and there we go. Honestly, keeping my greed kill counter up and above 15 or 20 constantly, not all of the time, but consistently managing to get it to that point, that's good enough. I don't have to keep it perfect the entire time. 9% of max health when we walk through a door. That is a lot of upkeep, though. That is a lot of upkeep, and it comes with 7 constitution as well. I'm gonna buy it. Because not only do I need a relic solution for where I get my damage from my gold in this run, but I also do need a relic solution for how am I going to have upkeep. And if I'm not going to find, you know, plus 10%, or rather 10% of critical damage heals you, which is, I think, my favorite upkeep relic, then this one's going to have to do. Yeah, that was... unfortunate on my part. Alright. Maybe I initiate with the pistol here. I mean, that seems to do okay. Any healing assists is turned into gold. That's actually kind of useful as well. I don't know what it's more useful than. Actually, you know what? No, I don't need things that give me gold. We are good at generating gold. What we need is things that give us benefits from the gold, so it's actually not useful. It just seemed useful because it also said the keyword gold on it. And sometimes that's enough, like especially as I start out with any new roguelike or any new game, honestly. A lot of the time, one of the first things I'll do is try and build a strategy, and in trying to do that, I'll just put together a bunch of cards or relics or effects, as the case may be in the individual game, that just have the same keyword on them. Frankly, that'll be the first point that I go to. Plus 6% to base damage per 1,000 gold carried up to 10 times. That's exactly what we're looking for. I'll replace the plus 30% to poison now. Happily. So, that relic is at the well, not at the moment, unfortunately, just because we just got under 1,000, or 10,000, but it's almost 60% extra damage to every weapon. Right now. It's 48 right now, if you need to know. 2, and then slam. That was the thing. I just needed to make sure that the big enemy in the room was gone before I started attacking these. Yeah, I do like having a shield, especially one that occasionally auto parries for me. Pretty useful. Uh-oh. Yeah, this... No, wait, this doesn't have an extra exit that I have to unlock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll, roll. Ha! Got the blood priest out of the way, great. These kinds of rooms are really just all about sequencing. Can you get the right enemy down first? Sometimes you want the Headless Guardian down first, sometimes you want it down last. I don't think I need a pistol right now, especially if it's up against a shield. Alright. Get to keep my whole greed counter and stats. Here's my next curse. Dancing flames. Flamethrowers automatically activate if you stand in front of them. I don't think there are... no, there are actually a lot of flamethrowers in the last area. I was about to say I don't think there are that many, but no, I'm going to correct myself on that already. Pretty certain there are... I just didn't think that here was going to get me hit. Well... Plus 30% damage in the darkness, as well as plus 10% of the base damage, as well as I've replaced all of my fire attacking relics, as well as this has extra damage per level of relics, and we buy expensive relics. The mace is looking pretty good right now. I'm gonna go for it. Alright. We've got chance to inflict fire damage, as well as critical damage to enemies under 30% health. I do like the faster attacks as well still, though. Yeah, I think this is now enough damage that I'm happy going back to a claw. If the other one was a sword, maybe I would have stayed with it. Just because I would have the extra plus 20 as well for the fact that it's a sword and I have the relic that is good with swords. Alright. Great, let's bail. Let's go, champ. I'm gonna try and make sure that I parry enough times in this fight as well. Like an opportunity to use the champ's weapon. 1, 2, 3. Roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got him! And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No! Oh! I honestly think my counting put me off there. I need to follow the pace a little better if I'm gonna do that. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, now you're under 30%. Oh, it's my time to shine. Okay, I've now parried this version of the boss enough times that if there is a champion weapon drop, I'll get it. I've qualified for it. I've met the parry quota. And we have not been rewarded. That's fine. Negative 20 to do blood offering cost, but it also has extra dex. Ooh, negative 30 to gold offering cost. Well, but that's definitely not necessary. But neither of them really are. They're only kind of necessary for the decks they carry kind of at the moment. 100% of extra damage taken in gold. I guess. I guess. Maybe I replace both that and the golden mask just for extra stats. Because I don't really care if I keep my greed kill counter up anymore. I've got 20,000 gold. Why would I? Here's the annoying thing. I really want to go to the both of those relics over there. But I need a weapon. I think I'm going to go to a weapon, like my first actual weapon shop, 2 spaces before the final boss. Sometimes it just works out that way. Enemy attack steal, this corruption. Not really that useful. It seems like it's supposed to be pretty useful against elites. That seems like the general idea behind it, because elite enemies tend to corrupt you when they hit you. But I haven't really been finding myself getting hit consistently enough by those enemies or other curse-giving enemies, corruption-giving enemies rather, to ever justify that relic. I wonder if there ever really is a run that it is very justified in. Extra damage fire attacks as well as extra perception. Probably not on that one though. Just seems truly difficult to find justification for actually using it, you know? Yeah, I didn't want to miss that, but I also didn't want to roll towards the enemy and then just get slapped. So we definitely just lost that counter because I dropped the 200% extra time on a greed kill. Like, unmistakably. Okay. I did forget that I had a shield. You know, it's not the solution to every problem in the world, but it's a solution to a lot of them right now, certainly. Alright. Pretty big field. It feels like I've gotten most, if not all, of the combatants down. Love it. Yeah, I'm going for the relic. I can't use my divine favors in the relic rooms though, because I'm gonna have to use those in the weapon room. Perfect. So I am very much just kind of hoping here. I don't know. Now I feel a lot worse about the decision of only going from one weapon room and going to 2 relic rooms where I might not even actually find anything valuable. I was like actually in the animation of rolling there. I don't know what happened. I guess maybe the first frame of your roll isn't in invincibility. I don't know what happened there. Oh well. Let's just keep farming up all these enemies. Can that? No, please. I wanted that to be, obviously, damage per 1,000 gold. A run with just 2 of the 6s would be ridiculous. That's all it would really need for extra damage. Keep going. And again. Yeah, we're really doing, like, Not enough damage at the moment. As long as we're still alive, it's fine. Like, instead of getting my damage from weapons, I got it from that relic. But now we get to the point that I really need something else as well. Each greed kill restores 1% of my health. I honestly don't think like I can actually afford that here. I'm gonna go unknown. Maybe it's another weapon shop. Thankfully, it's not a haven at least. Okay. It seems like there's no kind of like in-between trap rooms in this game. There's trap rooms that absolutely wreck your stuff. And then there's trap rooms that are completely inconsequential and nothing really in between. That might just be my level of experience with each of the trap rooms, right? There are unsold trap rooms and there are sold trap rooms. Could easily be that. Perfect. Nothing on that, thanks. It's very good we got the 9% when we did. That is to say, the upkeep in fights. Not in fights, rather, in between rooms of 9% of our max HP. That's really proven to be pretty much exactly the right amount for us here. Alright, you please attack here. Please, attack here. And then I get to finish you. I don't think I've ever actually opened this bottom side here. Ooh. Finishes deal critical damage and it has an extra point of perception, extra point of damage per point of perception. Sure. I'll take this mace. It's not like I have anything that's additional to my my claws in particular right now. Fool's Bounty. Opening a chest now inflicts corruption. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to get another curse before the end of the run. It's just not going to happen. On. Oh, perfect. I actually didn't even dare anticipate that room going as well as it did. Jazzed as all heck about it, though. 1, 2, 3. You gotta love a room with the Blood Priest where you actually don't have to target the Blood Priest first. Although usually that's less about the room. Although, you know, it is largely about the room as well, like the health totals of the other enemies in the room. But oftentimes it's effectively just a good check of you have good DPS if you can outdo the healing that the Blood Priest is doing. Although the Blood Priest hasn't actually started healing at that point because it was trying to summon instead. So whether or not I could out-heal it, no one knows. 1, 2, 3. Dang it. Lost my multiplier there. Due to having no ranged weaponry. Okay, yeah, I can definitely out-damage the Blood Priest. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Solves the problem of having no ranged weaponry. Oh, +1 to stamina. +12 to dex. It's +24% base damage. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Also, if any weapon scales with dex, holy heck, we're gonna have a good time with that one. So faster main hand attack. Weapons, rather. Really thought that parry was going to go through. It's fine. Like, beyond the damage that's dealt to me, that doesn't really matter at all. Because the extra gold isn't going to help me at this point. Alright, great. Three. Well, I like at least that the Blood Priests can't heal one another, because especially if you got this far with little damage, that would just feel real bad to kind of just hard lose at that point. Plus 20% of your seconds a pistol. It's not. 1%. This is a really good upkeep weapon. I like these weapons, but I like them only earlier on. Because it's got the 1% max health per enemy killed, as well as 1 corruption removed per enemy killed. Yeah, it's none of those. It's definitely a reroll there. Unfortunately, again, it's none of these. Plus 10% per active curse. No, it's Sacrificial Machina. It's this. Deals critical damage when only one enemy is nearby, and there is only going to be one enemy in the final fight, so it's going to be critting constantly, and it's plus 1 base per point of dex. We found exactly the right weapon at exactly the right time. Very, very, very pleased that I left myself with rerolls for that. Instead of going for stats here, I'm going to go to the question mark. Just in case it happens to be a relic shop, and just in case we happen to get exactly the right relic, you know? Is it likely? No. Is it going to happen? No. All right, moving on. Wait, that didn't get that wall? Huh. Guess I just assumed that wall was going to be blow-upable. Alright. It's probably safer for me to leave the Death Wife on the map, I guess. Wait, never mind. This is already open. So I can immediately go to just killing as many enemies as possible. No, Claws of Vivus there still aren't as good. I don't think this is a shop area. I think this is just a treasure area. Could be wrong though, I don't really have a good beat on these yet. Ooh. Oh, you gotta love the damage there. Hang on, do I still have... Yeah, I still have plus 20% base damage for swords. This has got the benefit of that as well, because the Macan is a sword. Perfect. Alright, champ. Plus 9 perception. Way too late for that. Doesn't really give us any benefit. Alright, boss. Let's go. So I'm not taking 100% extra damage this time, whereas, in a lot of my recent fights against this enemy, I've been taking 100% extra damage the whole fight. So I think this might help us have a better time here. Ha! That was an automatic parry, I'm sorry to say. I wish that was me. Leap. Roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, three, 4. That happened very quick there. I was pretty sure I was rolling, but apparently not. What is the timing for rolling out of that one? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna be embarrassed. Yeah, I would have been embarrassed to lose this one because this is the best weapon I think I've fought this enemy with. Especially recently. Perfect. Okay. So I think we've demonstrated that this is not just viable, but good. The gold hoarding strat. Very, very pleased about that. So I think the next thing that we want to do is go into the Serpent Temple and try and prove it there. But until then, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Curse of the Dead Gods. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my content of the game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.